I'm Natasha. This is Always Be Crafting, and it is Saturday. So this is Saturdays I Sew. Specifically, it is Saturday, December 21st. And it is crunch time because I am making so many Christmas gifts, Hanukkah gifts. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. You can see it, right? You can just see my face. I am exhausted. It has been the longest couple of months of making because I've just been pushing and pushing. I feel like I'm going to cry. Why did I start a video if I was going to cry? I'm sorry. I think sometimes I just push myself a little too hard. It has been a really long week. Last time, if you watched last week's video, you know that I went up last weekend to pick up my son from college. And it was a Friday the 13th. And it was a Friday the 13th from the start of the day. I mean, so many things happened that day. So many things went wrong, from things happening at work, things happening picking my son up. I mean, wrong in the smallest sense of the word. I laughed at almost everything that happened, but it was still constantly thinking on my feet, constantly figuring things out, constantly having to get myself out of a pickle. I'm very lucky. There was nothing huge. There was no car accidents, nothing life altering, but it was just a series of unfortunate events. It was just one thing after another. And it left me exhausted, tapped out. I mean, completely tapped out. And coming back with my son, I mean, there was things going on with him, finishing up his semester. Then his computer that he uses at college broke. So we had to get it to the repair place as soon as we got back to town. Hopefully it'll be fixed before he goes back to college. It's just been one thing after another. I'm so excited because on Christmas Day, the end of Christmas Day, Christmas night, 10 o'clock at night, my brother and his family are coming from California, and they get to spend a whole week here with us. I'm in Connecticut, if I haven't told you that before. I'm in Connecticut, so they're coming from California. We haven't seen them in 18 months, so we're really excited. They're excited because they get to spend Hanukkah with us, and we're just excited to just celebrate everything with it all together as a family. And we haven't done a big Christmaka celebration since the kids were really little. We used to do it a lot before my parents passed away. I would pack up the kids and husband and schlep them out to California almost every Christmas because that was really important to me. That was really, really a major thing. I'm my kids need to have Christmas with my parents and my family as much as humanly possible. Sadly, my mom passed away when my youngest was not even one. It was right before his first birthday. So he only got one Christmas with my mom. And Christmases with my dad got more and more depressing after that. And it became really, really challenging because Christmas was my mom's holiday. And my dad became the Grinch, unfortunately, after that, where he wouldn't celebrate Christmas at all. So I stopped taking my kids out to California for Christmas because I couldn't let Christmas be ruined for them either, because I love Christmas, because my mom loved Christmas. And so it was just there was a lot of it's very complicated. But it was heartbreaking because for my older son, the first, 3 years of his life, 4 years of his life, he was always on the West Coast. And then 5 years of his life, he was on the West Coast. And then all of a sudden it was different, so all the baby, little toddler, little kid memories are out there. And then my younger kid is I don't know what you're talking about. And it was always me kind of going crazy at Christmas to try to make Christmas as magical as humanly possible, to make Santa last as long as humanly possible. I always put so much pressure on myself. I have to sorry. Okay, sorry about that. I had to have a little cry. It just came upon me and I just had to do it. Had to deal with it. But I feel better. And yeah, where was I? Okay, I put a lot of pressure on myself. I think a lot of us do that, especially women. I don't know why. I think we just do, whether we get it from our moms or we get it from society or we give it to ourselves. I don't know, but we do. And I do. And I did. And, the older I get, I'm 49 years old. I've been going through the whole perimenopause thing. And I just look at my life and I think back. I miss my mom. I've been without a mom for 15 years. And it sucks. It just sucks. There's a lot of things I would like to ask her. A lot of things I would like to get support on. And I can't. I have wonderful friends and we support each other. And I hope if you're watching this, I hope you have that support too, because it's hard, Sometimes just lifing is hard. It's not living, it's lifing, because living is easy. We get up, we breathe, we do it. Lifing can be challenging. Anyways, I came on to talk about my sewing. And I learned to sew from my mom. So full circle moment, right? And my mom would sew anything for anyone at a drop of a hat. You wanted it, she sewed it. And I get that from her. I don't say no. You want something? I need to make it. You're coming out to visit me? You're getting a gift. So now my whole family's coming out. They're getting gifts. And I didn't know they were coming out until like 2 weeks ago. So I wasn't making gifts until 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I'm working on. Oh, I made 2 bags. And I'll start with showing you those 2 because those were made this week. So I'll start there. Show and tell, right? So I'm a bag lady. And the nice thing about being a part of the sewing bee box, what's it called? It's from, I've talked about it before, Wonderground Fabrics, Oakley Roots, and Heartwood and Hyde. They have something called the bee box. And it's awesome. It's for intermediate sewers, bag makers, and you get a kit. They give you a sewing pattern. They give you all the fabric and items you need, whether it's buckles, strapping, zippers, whatever you need to make the pattern that they send you. And the nice thing is I signed up for it because I wanted to be presented with different materials that I don't normally use. So I've learned to work. Because of this bee box, I have worked with waxed canvas, which I never had ordered in my life. I've worked with different kinds of nylon, bonded nylon, luxe nylon, etc. I've worked with different kinds of vinyl that I've ordered vinyl in the past, but I've worked with different kinds of vinyl that I had not worked with. So that's been excellent. I've made patterns that I didn't have on my radar in the past. So it's been an excellent way for me to try things out. And it's fun because you get a tutorial. Oakley Roots, Jess at Oakley Roots, she makes a tutorial every month for the bag making bee box. And you get to, she makes excellent tutorials. So in addition to her tutorials, you can usually go on and find tutorials made by the bag makers, the designers themselves, usually, not always. Designing bags is already a skill. Not every bag designer also has the time to film tutorials or the skill to film tutorials. So it's really excellent that you get at least a tutorial from Jess, if not an additional tutorial from the bag designer. Anyways, in September and October, I believe those were the 2 months, I had received the bag making bee box. I loved both patterns. I was excited to make them, but I had not made the time to make them because I was very focused on things I could make for craft fairs. And when I found out my brother and his family were coming out, I was like, wait a minute, I know exactly what I can do. So the first bag was, I believe, the September box, and it's called the Mighty Messenger from Fierce Kitten Studios. And the way the bag making bee group, Jess at Oakley Roots and Gabby at Wonderground, they had designed it to be like a very manly bag as a messenger bag. So the materials they had picked out were, you know, things that you would consider more masculine than feminine. So I'm like, perfect. I have a brother. He uses bags, like he has a computer bag all the time. So why not use that? So without further ado, here is the Mighty Messenger materials picked out by the Bag Making Bee Club. I had to switch the connectors. This is not the connectors designed in the Mighty Messenger. The Mighty Messenger has these connectors down here on the side gusset. I thought I was paying attention. I'm going to move you back slightly. I thought I was paying attention, but obviously I wasn't paying enough attention because I had installed the gusset and then realized, oh, I forgot to install the bag connectors. So I had to attach them at the end so they're different than the pattern. But I think they still work. They're still functional. I don't think they inhibit anything. They don't keep the top from closing. So open it up. I actually have another bag. The other bag, the bag I made for my sister-in-law, is hiding in there. So let's take that out. All right, so inside it's what's called like a tech pocket because it's got the foam, where the whole bag has foam. So the whole bag's basically a tech pocket. And there's a zipper on this side. That's actually how we birthed the bag, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's how we birthed the bag. And then there's the front pocket zipper here as well. So for phones or whatever you want, easier access. So that's it. Just the 3 pockets. And here I have an iPad. So I have a bigger, like the large iPad. It fits really nicely. I have not tried a laptop. I'm pretty sure that my laptop, which is I think a 14-inch laptop, would fit no problem. I'm not sure if a larger laptop would fit, but you see the iPad is plenty of room, plus more room for other things. So just as an FYI of what fits inside, you could definitely fit notebooks and whatnot. So I think my brother would like that. And I also think that if he doesn't, he has a teenage, or I guess my nephew's no longer a teenager. He's a young 20. So he could give it to his son if he didn't want to use it. But I think he would appreciate it. Because again, we were raised by makers. My mom and dad were makers. Like serious makers. We were raised to make things and fix things. That's what we did. We're not afraid of tools. That's all I can say for us. So my brother was raised to appreciate these kinds of things. And I think he would. I think he would appreciate having a handmade item like this. I will say, material-wise, it's lovely. It's bonded nylon and waterproof canvas. And this is like a faux leather. It's the pattern has it written to leave this as a raw edge. I don't know why. Since we turn it under on the seams where we do that, I don't know why we didn't just turn it under there. But I followed the pattern and it's fine. It's fine as a raw edge thing. I just don't know why it wasn't, put on and turned under. It's fine, but I kind of think it'd also look nice if it had been. That's just my opinion. And yeah, great pattern by Fierce Kitten Studio. All right, the next bag I made, I had a little more problem with it, and I don't know if it's because it's so much nylon, because it was the interior is nylon and the exterior is nylon, and there's a lot of layers. And this is the Bottle Up Sling, which isn't going to make sense because I left out the bottle part. It has, okay, so here's the sling. Super cute, right? Very sleek, just plain black. You're thinking, okay, no big deal. It's just a sling bag. Super cute. But the interior fabric is just So stinking cute. It's Haunted Mansion themed. Isn't that so stinking cute? It's got a slip. It's like a pocket that's both a slip and a zip. Sorry, I have to fold that down so you can see it. So this is like, it's a slip there and then a zip in front. Let's see. So double pocket in back. So this was a pain in my patootie because you see it's bound. So right here, this right here, so much freaking fabric because you can see you've got like 4 layers of nylon from the pocket. Okay, just from the pocket, plus 2 more layers from this panel. And then there's another zip pocket right here. So there's even more layers because of that. So this, I broke a needle. It was bad. And then you have the binding as well. I used fold over elastic for the binding. So I think because of the materials, this bag was a little harder to make than if I had used like cotton and foam. But that's just my opinion because nylon is just dense. I don't know how, it's a very tight weave and it's plastic. I mean, nylon, it's basically plastic. So it's gorgeous. I mean, just look at that purple. Ooh, so pretty. And the pocket, so this is the like secret, so the pattern is written where this has a secret pop out that pops out like a water bottle holder. But again, the materials they'd sent were all nylon and the pattern is written to actually use ripstop. And when I got to that part of the pattern, I was like, I'm already tired. I'm already in a hurry, trying to make a lot of things very quickly. And I'm already struggling with this much nylon. I love it. I mean, it's gorgeous. And generally speaking, I love nylon. But I was just dealing with so many layers and the idea of bunching up the nylon into the elastic, even though Jess did her tutorial and she used the nylon and it looked fine, I was just like, I'm already struggling. I'm skipping the water bottle holder part because I don't think that that's going to be as important to my sister-in-law. I think my sister-in-law is just going to love having a sling bag. And look at that. It says Ghost Toast. Isn't that cute? Maybe it might be backwards for you. I'm not sure. Ghost Toast as the strapping. I mean, everything in this box is gorgeous. Material wise is gorgeous. And I love that you can pick which side you want to sling to, whether you're a lefty or a righty. It's a great pattern. It's a bottle up sling that I left out the bottle up part, but it's still a fantastic sling bag. And I think my sister-in-law is going to love it just for the materials used, that it's like business on the outside and party on the inside. It's like a mullet. So I think she's just going to love it for that and not really care about missing the water bottle part. That's my opinion. Hopefully I'm right. They're Disney people. So I think having the Haunted Mansion materials will be a huge success for them. So I'm just sticking her bag inside of his bag again. Sorry, I shake the camera. So what am I sewing today? So I took some video already. I am sewing, so my niece requested an apron. That's just a funny request, right? She's 19 years old. 19? Is she 19? She's 20. Sorry, my brain is like all over the place. And I guess in her dorm or apartment that she's in, she has like a little kitchen and she's very much into like 50s kitsch. And she wanted like a 50s style apron. And I just thought, that's really cute. Like if she's making food or, party hors d'oeuvres, she wants to be able to put on her apron, but she wants a 50s style apron with ruffles. And my sister-in-law sends me this text message to tell me, little birdie told me this is what she wants. Okay, awesome. I'll definitely make her an apron. And oh, by the way, she loves Muppets. Like that's her thing right now, are Muppets. I'm like, all right, so I guess I'm buying Muppet fabric. And I just thought it would be more sturdy of an apron if it was double-sided. So one side, obviously, is Muppets, and her favorite color is pink. So obviously, we went with Piggy and Kermit in the pink and green. And since I was going pink and green, basically on this side, I went with This is Tula Pink fabric from Curiouser and Curiouser, you know, from the Alice in Wonderland pattern. And I just loved how that looked. And I felt like the flowers were very 50s kitsch also, the roses. So I thought that would be a cute, so she could be Muppets or not. And she still got her pink either way. And pink and green are just fabulous together. So right now I stopped because I'm at the ironing stage because I have to iron because I'm adapting a pattern. I got on Etsy because I went looking for 50s style patterns. And I found one pattern that had lots of examples, lots of photos, lots of reviews. And I thought, okay, that'll be cute. I'll do it. But I've had to adapt it to make it double-sided, right? And in doing so, I've left myself with a lot of ironing. And I just kind of hit a wall, like a mental wall. I was ironing and then I was just like, my brain said, no, we have to stop. And that's why I started recording. That's why I started talking to you, because my brain just said, I don't want to iron right now. I don't want to. Don't make me do it. So I stopped. It's really cute. So here's like the top part. Okay, so one side, so it's got a little ruffle at the top. And then, so I just have to iron this so I can finish the straps. See, so I'm ironing it because I'm putting two sides together instead of this being folded over one piece, it's double-sided. So I have to iron it so I can top stitch it from the other side. I'm tired. Just tired. So I did this to myself. Maybe it would have been easier to iron these pieces before sewing them together. I don't know. I did this to myself. So now I am ironing so I can get a nice sharp crease and get a nice sharp line and pin them together and sew them. And then they will be gorgeous. And then once the top is done, because these are the top straps. So it's like, you know, so you can tie it around your neck. And then once I get the top straps done, then I can join the bottom of the bodice I can insert it inside. So I have to do the same thing to the waistband. I have to fold these, you know, face to face because it's attached to the skirt. So I'll have to do the same ironing to the waistband and then insert the top bodice into the skirt. And it'll look nice. It'll look so pretty. It's just a lot of ironing right now. I'm tired. I'm very tired. And ironing is boring and tedious. Wah. That's my complaint. Okay, that's a lot of complaining. That's a lot of talking. Thank you for listening. I've been talking for a long time. I don't know if I can edit any of this. I will see. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for hearing me process the big emotions that are at this time of year. If you are having big emotions because it's an emotional time of year, I get it. I'm here. If you want to comment or message me, I am happy to talk about it, be there for you. All I can say is that action absorbs anxiety. So when I'm feeling anxious, I do things. I get out of my head and into my hands and I do stuff. So right now I'm sewing or ironing. So that's what I'm doing. And then later I get to go to the movie theater, eat popcorn and watch Wicked. And I'm excited for that. More pink and green. It's all pink and green today. All right. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Hope you're making something fun. Bye.